อยู่ครับยอดมวยของค่ายนี้ก็คือกันศักดิ์ ส.เพลินจิตคนทางซ้ายครับทางขวานั่นคือหัวหน้าคณะ ส.เพลินจิตครับคือคุณเสถียรสุขเยี่ยมค่ายมวยคือซันโตสเดวีครับยอดมวยจอมฝีมือจากเมืองใต้น้องชายของนกหวีดเดวีกำลังฝึกซ้อมครับเขามีกำหนดการพบกับชนะเลิศเมืองหาดใหญ่ครับนี่ถือว่าเป็นศึกสายเลือดครับมวยใต้ด้วยกันครับแล้วก็รายการเดียวกันก็มีวีรพลสาพรหมนะครับจะพบกับเอกพลชูวัฒนะคนนี้ครับเอกพลชูวัฒนะมวยเข่าล้วนๆกระชากแทงกระชากตีครับสมัยศึกชูวัฒนะครับคนนี้ก็ซ้อมเพื่อจะพบกับทวีชัยวอปรีชาครับคุณน้ำอ้อยเนี่ยมาควบคุมการซ้อมอย่างใกล้ชิดทีเดียวครับศึกนี้ถือว่าเป็นศึกใหญ่นอกจากนั้นก็มีนพเดช ส.เรวดีครับขอแก้มือกับดาวใต้เกียรติประเทืองนพเดชนั้นไอ้หนูใจเพชรนพเดชนฤมลครับนี่ดาวใต้เกียรติประเทืองครับมวยซ้ายล้วนๆหมัดแน่นเข่าคมเดวิดกุยในแหมยืนคุมซ้อมอย่างใกล้ชิดครับน้องเมฆสิทธิ์เสยคนนี้ครับไอ้มาบ้าอดีตแชมป์ก็ขอขวางทางดังของสวิตเล็กลูกบางปลาสร้อยคนนี้ครับสิทธิ์รักของเจเชนนะจ๊ะศึกนี้ก็เป็นศึกใหญ่ครับนอกจากนั้นก็มียุทธศักดิ์ตันสลิงคานครับเปิดโอกาสให้เดชฤทธิ์ ส.เพลินจิตครับเนี่ยคุณกินอยู่มาควบคุมการซ้อมของเดชฤทธิ์ ส.เพลินจิตเพื่อจะเปิดหัวกับยุทธศักดิ์ตันสลิงคานครับคุณเทพสตาร์ก็มอบยาบำรุงนะครับคุณนั่งม้อชูเจริญระวีอารามวงศ์ก็มอบให้ชนะเลิศเพื่อทำศึกสายเลือดกับซันโตสเดวีครับ
awaited. Boy, this crowd all afternoon long around the Mirage, you just kind of got the feeling they could not wait for this match to take place tonight. And here we go, 12 rounds for the WKA World Light Welterweight Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you as Mel Greb Promotions presents world-class kickboxing at the Mirage. At this time, we bring to you the first of our 3 World Championship bouts, the WKA World Light Welterweight Championship. This bout is sanctioned by the World Kickboxing Association along with the Nevada State Athletic Commission. The judges as appointed at ringside, Dick Houck, Dalby Shirley, and Howard Sidman, and introducing to you the referee in charge of this bout, Dr. Nelson Hamilton. All right, fans, here we go. The WKA World Light Welterweight Championship scheduled for 12 rounds of kickboxing. Introducing to you first on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, entering the ring wearing black trunks with multicolor trim and hailing from Manchester in England. He weighed in at 139 1/2 pounds. His record, 41 wins, 8 losses, 2 draws, with 21 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former world champion and the current #1 WKA light welterweight contender, introducing a fighter known as Ronnie Machine Gun Green. His opponent across the ring. On my left, fighting out of the red corner in this 12-round world title bout, he is wearing black trunks with gold trim, originally from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, now representing the Jet Center in Van Nuys, California. He weighed in at a trim and ready 138 1/2 pounds. His outstanding unblemished record includes 48 wins, no losses, 1 draw, with 21 wins coming by way of knockout. Introducing the 3-time super lightweight world champion, the current WKA junior welterweight champion, the undefeated Peter Sugarfoot Cunningham. Once again, referee in charge, now to give instructions, Dr. Nelson Hamilton.
All right, gentlemen, let me remind you, this is a 12-round championship fight. There's no holding and hitting, no elbows, no knee strikes. Is that understood? understood. Standing 8 count is in effect, 3 knockdowns.
There's that right hand of Cunningham that he's trying to land over the top. And he comes back down low with a leg kick.
Cunningham has a devastating right hand. Likes to set up that thunderous right with the legs. Sugarfoot Cunningham on the left.
Come on, Stevie. Go, babe.
Here's the reigning light welterweight champion.
Hit him low, hit him high. High left roundhouse kick blocked on the glove of Peter Sugarfoot Cunningham. So both fighters are coming out. I'm sure they're trying to find the distance that they need, find the range. To land both the hands and legs many times, it takes a little longer to get that distance. Side kick, low kick, counter by Ronnie Green to the left leg of Peter Sugarfoot Cunningham.
There's the right hand, and it almost Green.
That's the one, Peter, that's the one.
Oh, that is a thunderous straight right.
Come on, Peter, he's you. There you go.
Final 20 seconds here of this opening round, 12 rounds of action for the light welterweight championship.
Peter Sugarfoot Cunningham with the tassels on his short, Phil. You know, both fighters, as you can see them trying to see who's going to take charge of this fight.
Right hand. I think he slipped. It will not be ruled a knockdown, I don't believe. And that is the end of round 1.
You're in a nightmare filled with monsters that fight, that crawl, that kill. Welcome to Predators of the Wild, an intense journey through a real-life chamber of horrors from Time Life Video. Face creatures so fearsome only the brave dare get close enough to film them. Seen so close, they will make your skin crawl. Call this toll-free number now and begin your journey to the shadow world with Giant Tarantula, yours for just $9.99. Confront a spider that measures a foot across and has venom so powerful it dissolves its victims from the inside out. Other videos take you deeper into the shadow world. Get Giant Tarantula for just $9.99. Keep only the tapes you want. There's never a commitment to buy. So call now and stare into the eyes of a monster.
To order Predators, call 1-800-689-5577. That's 1-800-689-5577. Or send $9.99 plus $3.49 shipping and handling to Predators, P.O. Box 60, Department IN, Los Angeles, California, 90051.
Watch Australian Rules Football, Fridays at 11 on Prime Sports.
There you're looking at a machine gun that got dropped twice in the first round, Linky, but neither counted.
Neither counted, Phil. And there's a right hand that Peter Cunningham landed. If I'm not mistaken, that right hand lands right on the right shoulder of Ronnie Green. As he throws a jab, he throws the right hand. It looks like it landed on the shoulder, and the referee count no knockdown, Phil.
Yeah. Right hand. Okay. Right leg over the top.
Yeah.
Peter Sugarfoot Cunningham, undefeated, 48 wins, no losses, a draw, 48 of those wins. Absolutely incredible record. 21 by knockout as we get set to go now with round 2.
Cunningham leading off with that left leg. You know, both fighters got a tremendous left leg, Phil. And they need to really use that kick to get the distance. There you see Ronnie Green trying to land his left round kick to the side of the head of Peter Sugarfoot Cunningham.
Oh, look at that roundhouse left, and Cunningham is down. And the referee is going to call that a knockdown. I'm not so certain that wasn't a slip as well. You could see the entire glove, and it looked like it just grazed the shoulder of Sugarfoot.
Yeah, Phil, I sure like to get that on the slow-mo camera and take a better look at it. Ronnie Green obviously knows that Cunningham's not hurt, or he would have immediately come after him.
Sugarfoot now on the offensive. 3 knockdown rule is in effect in this fight. There are no standing 8 counts tonight.
The viewing audience might want to take note that Cunningham is sweeping to the inside and the outside of the leg. A leg kick really takes it out of your opponent when you start limiting that mobility.
Left hand again by Sugarfoot.
And came right back with the right hand over it.
Right to the body, right to the body.
Boy, no movement whatsoever from Peter Cunningham.
That's it. Right to the body.
Well, I would think if you're an opponent, that's exactly what you'd want the guy across from you to do, Blinky. No left to right movement. Just stand in front of me, let me wail away, or try.
Well, I think in reality, Phil, a lot of the question was who was going to be the predator in this fight, because their styles really mirror each other, and one of the fighters had to take charge, or else in reality there's no fight if both fighters become just defensive fighters, Phil.
Combination to the body by Cunningham. As we come down to the final seconds of round 2, we're scheduled for 12. Now in round 1, we saw Cunningham, Blinky, land a couple of pretty good right hands, but in round 2, really not much of an effect.
No, I think he's reaching a little bit for Ronnie Green, although, you know, he's trying to let the left hook go a little more so that Ronnie Green won't be looking for the big right hand. I was hoping we get a chance to see a slow-mo on that knockdown, because from the perspective where I'm sitting here with you, Phil, that punch seemed to have landed on the shoulder of Peter Sugarfoot Cunningham. Side kick by Cunningham, and there's a different angle on that left hook. And as you can see, that punch is more like a winging shot. He throws it, and in fact, it does catch him on the shoulder. He seemed to be a little more off balance, but nevertheless, on the scorecards of the judges, it was counted a legitimate knockdown, Phil.
The beauty of the instant replay. And there's the man who landed it, Ronnie Machine Gun Green, as we're ready to go now in round 3.
See Ronnie Green fighting from a southpaw stance, you know, and I don't know how much that is going to confuse Cunningham. I've seen Ronnie Green fight before, and it's always been from an orthodox, not unorthodox fighting stance.
Right to the body.
Low kick by Ronnie Green to the thigh of Sugarfoot Cunningham.
Back at the leg. Don't follow me there.
Now Green's corner, as you heard in between rounds 2 and 3, you've got to go to the legs, you've got to wear him out, but Sugarfoot really bounced him away there as Green gets a warning, no kick into the joints. You've got to stay away from the knees and ankles.
Yes, you do, and you also are not allowed to grab the leg when someone kicks. You can block it, you can leg check, you can block it with your arm, but you can't grab the leg.
Right kick, there you go.
Low kick by Sugarfoot Cunningham.
Nothing.
And both fighters, Phil, are really going to that leg attack this round. They both realize the devastation of that leg attack, and later on in the fight, it opens up the head, Phil.
Don't get over anxious. You got it. This you right here, baby.
Straight left by Ronnie Green before he got tripped up.
What a great bit of leg work there on the part of Sugarfoot. Got his leg intertwined and then used it almost as a cane to pull his ankle out from under him. Cunningham won his first bout at the age of 17. Well, it seems like an eon ago. You got to go back to 1980, the first time he fought professionally.
Another very good thigh kick to the thigh of Ronnie Green by the champion, Peter Sugarfoot Cunningham.
Right to the body, baby. Jab, baby. Take that jab right to the body.
Peter Cunningham, through 3, has certainly pressed the attack. Final seconds of round 3. We are scheduled for 12. Now this crowd, Blinky, at the Mirage in Las Vegas, they waited for this fight a long time, and we're seeing a good one through 3.
Without question, Phil, I know also that in Manchester, England, where Ronnie Green comes to us from, they are awaiting the phone call tonight to see who won this fight, because I know Ronnie Green has a tremendous fan following there in England, and this fight has been anticipated for a long time.
Okay. Then it makes you. Okay. You got it.
There see Cunningham throwing kicks. You've seen Ronnie Green try to grab the leg, and I'm not quite sure if that's when the referee did warn him. Cunningham throwing a leg sweep that was caught Ronnie Green with total impact. You can see that could have even been called a knockdown, Phil.
That's just what I was going to point out, Blinky. That could have been ruled a knockdown, but Dr. Hamilton said no. He is the referee. Nelson Hamilton as we get set for round 4. Peter Cunningham, through the years, Blinky, has impressed me so very much with his extraordinary technical skills.
Without question, Phil, and not just within the ring, Phil. Peter Cunningham is an aspiring actor, has done a couple of nice right hand by Cunningham, by the way, as he goes on the attack.
Cunningham, as he does a 360 on the mat, he's back up. They're going to call that no knockdown as well. Great leg sweep by the part of Ronnie Green.
Well, you notice Cunningham rolled right over, got up, and said, come on, wipe my gloves, let's get busy, just in case the referee might think of counting that a knockdown. And that's an experienced move. Let's face it, these fighters are experienced, and they know where they're at when they're in that ring.
Now, both of them content to pretty much stand still and deliver the kicks and blows, and Cunningham wants to get right back in Green's face.
I was mentioning Cunningham is an aspiring actor, done some Kung Fu series stuff, and he's great with kids, Phil. He loves kids. He's done exhibitions, fundraisers, and whatever it takes to help the youth here in Southern California.
Good leg sweep. Cunningham is right back up. Well, where is Pete's right hand, Blinky? We saw so much of it in round 1 and throwing wildly here in the last 3 rounds.
Well, he landed a nice left hand to the body and one to the head. I think what he's trying to do is get Ronnie Green's mind off of that right hand. He's showing him the left side of his attack. And, it's a 12-round fight. And, these fighters are out there trying to set up different things.
After the first 4 rounds, this matchup for the light welterweight championship has not lacked for action.
Yeah, Phil, but at the same time, neither fighter has really taken charge or command of this fight.
That's the end of round 4.
When I started losing my hair, it bothered me so much I became obsessed with it. But after going to the Bosley Medical Group, the results I've gotten are fantastic. It's like a bad dream that is over.
If you're considering the natural and permanent solution to hair loss, remember, choosing the right hair restoration physician makes all the difference in the world.
You want to look natural. You don't want to look artificial. You don't want anybody to ever know that you had a hair transplant. That you can get from a good artist like Dr. Bosley.
Today, we're able to help many more men than we could 15 or 20 years ago. We've developed micrographs, mini-grafts, and varigrafts so that we're able to restore a head of hair that's virtually impossible to detect.
Get this new guidebook and video, then get a free personal consultation at the Bosley Medical Institute. We're ready to help you make what could be the most important self-improvement decision of your life.
It's tough being a fan when your team isn't the home team, especially when I try to find coverage of my favorite team in the local paper. I'm lucky if I can find last week's score. But if you're like me, you'll be happy to know there's one publication that'll make you feel right at home. The Sporting News. You'll love the Sporting News, no matter what team you love, even if it is the home team.
Call this number now and get 4 issues of the Sporting News free. You'll get opinions and analysis and coverage of all the college conferences, plus baseball, basketball, and hockey all year long. Call now and you'll get 4 free issues of the Sporting News. If you like them, you'll get 24 more issues at this great TV price. If not, just mark the bill, cancel it. The 4 issues are yours to keep.
So call now for the Sporting News, the publication that treats every team like the home team.
Call now and you'll get 4 great issues of the Sporting News free. Call 1-800-752-2577 now.
Just a little bit better. Okay?
You heard the corner of Cunningham saying to close the gap a little. Now we got Cunningham coming over the top with a nice right hand, throws another right hand, misses, and comes back with a left round kick up high. And then back low to the right leg. and Ronnie Green counters with the right leg kick of his own. Here you got Ronnie Green, you know, throwing the left hook, catching Peter Cunningham flush on the side of his head, comes back with a jab, and then goes to the back leg, inside leg kick, and there's a takedown.
Okay.
So far through 4, we've seen slips ruled a knockdown and knockdowns ruled no knockdowns.
Well, I'll tell you, it just depends on what side of the bed you woke up on, Phil.
Now, Peter Cunningham, while he has landed through 4, has yet to land the big right hand.
Well, I'll tell you, Ronnie Green is a tough fighter.
Oh, he landed it there. That has got to be a knockdown, and indeed it is. He came over the top on the counter, Blinky, and found a home for that thunderous right hand.
And you see Ronnie Green just totally trying to convince everybody that it wasn't a right hand. It sure looked like a good right hand on the chin to me, but I'd like to see that on the replay again. So these guys are pretty darn quick, and it's hard to catch everything. That left leg of Cunningham, still working that left leg.
There's a short, stinging right from Cunningham. Well, he has such an arsenal, Blinky. If Cunningham has a weakness, I haven't seen it.
Good defense, good offense. Very intelligent fighter. Ronnie Green, in the same respect, Phil, is a very intelligent fighter. You got two highly qualified fighters in that ring tonight. They can attack the entire body. They can go low kicks. They can go high to the head, and they both have decent hands on them.
Like Cunningham, very close to sweeping Green's legs out from under him there. Round 5, this one is scheduled for 12 for the light welterweight championship. Boy, not much movement from Green or Cunningham. Oh, there's a straight kick to the chin by Cunningham.
You know, so that the audience don't get confused, those kicks that seem to be going low aren't going to the cup. They're going to the inside of the thigh. So you'll notice that the fighters will work the inside of the thigh, the outside of the thigh, and then the calf area.
Push it down, baby. Come on.
Final seconds of round 5. Ronnie Green, tremendous leg speed.
Both fighters, Phil, now scoring a knockdown one on the other. This fight here is really starting to develop into a fight that's going to go into the later rounds. There's that left leg on high from Cunningham that doesn't really hit its mark. I think we're going to see that right hand of Cunningham that will indicate whether there was a legitimate knockdown, but regardless, we know that the referee already called it a knockdown.
Yeah. Okay.
Now there it is, and indeed it was short arm. Doesn't look like it hit him at all.
Yeah. Okay.
Now here it comes again from right behind Cunningham.
Okay.
Now you be the judge. Did it land or did it not? Here it comes.
No, it landed to the rib cage. It looked like Green was off balance, but here we got a case of knockdowns that aren't called and knockdowns that are called.
This is round 6. Now, Cunningham, as I mentioned in round 4, he has certainly been the aggressor and is continuing here at the midway point. Straight right. Alan, talking to Peter earlier in the day, he had a feeling he was going to be in store for a tough one.
No question, he has a lot of respect for Ronnie Green. I think the respect is mutual. And that's why he prepared so rigidly up in the hills, up in Big Bear. He was up there with the Goosen camp. They got a fine facility up there where De La Hoya goes and a lot of the top fighters, the Reynolds brothers. And that's where they went and got ready, Phil.
Cunningham is indeed ready. He is. Look at the muscle definition on him.
That's it. Everything's up to depth. There you go. Come on, homie. Ball kick and side kick. Come on. The right hand from the side.
To hear that corner yelling out ball kicks and side kicks. Come on, Petey. Come on, homie. You know, there's a real family relationship there in that corner without question.
Come on, Petey. You're waiting now. You're waiting, dog.
Sounds like Hector Lopez to me because he's got a very catchphrase. He says, come on, dog. Come on, dog.
Yeah, it is Lopez.
There's that ball kick that they're asking him for, right to the midsection of Ronnie Green.
High, low, crisscross. Right hand up.
We have yet to see either fighter double up with a leg kick.
You see Peter Cunningham asking the referee, please step out of the way. It was nothing.
Sugar Cunningham lands the overhand left.
And there you got them slipping in that corner there on that water, and the referee just trying to separate them. I can't help but feel that Ronnie Green did get stung by that left hook of Peter Sugarfoot Cunningham towards the end of that round, Phil.
And there you see Lopez applying the end swell. That's a piece of metal that they keep on ice, and you just rub it below a swelling area, and it takes the swelling down.
You just push that lump right out of there so it doesn't cause an impairment to the vision of Peter Sugarfoot Cunningham.
That motherfucker time is one. That motherfucker time.
Well, it's been a good one through 6.
He's kicking, he's throwing, and he's leaning forward.
I'll tell you, the end of this fight, right in Cunningham's corner, as you watch Cunningham unload with the left hand.
That right hand there went to the body, though, Phil, of Ronnie Green. Cunningham pursuing him, coming on the attack. Throws a left leg to the legs of Ronnie Green.
The halfway point for the light welterweight championship of the world. Peter Sugarfoot Cunningham and Ronnie, the Machine Gun Green, and this machine gun had better reload.
Yeah, it's time for him. If he wants the title, Phil, he's going to have to take it from the champion. The champion's been on the pursuit the entire fight. And, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if both fighters took a little breather this round, Phil, because they've been at a pretty hard pace for the first 6.
Yeah, that's a good point, Blinky.
Right leg by Ronnie Green to the body of Peter Sugarfoot Cunningham.
Everything off the jab, the jab for the distance.
Thus far through 6, we have seen 2 skilled technicians, 2 world-class fighters that know everything there is to know about ring strategy.
Yes, and they're both 2 very elusive fighters. In their history of their fights, Phil, they're not known for both taking a lot of shots. So it's really been more like a chess match between these 2. Nice sidekick by Cunningham.
Mike Green doing a nice job of slipping the punches and the kicks from Cunningham.
Come on. Just like the other guys. Nice and going.
Neither fighter yet, Blinky, has taken the kind of punishment I thought they might take to the legs, because both of these fighters are superb leg kickers.
Yes, they are. The shots they have landed, believe me, they feel them, Phil, because you can't help but take those kind of shots on the thigh and the calves and not get up tomorrow and limp a little bit.
That's the champion on the left, Sugarfoot Cunningham.
Step over right hand. Step over right hand.
Here's the corner of Peter Sugarfoot Cunningham asking him to step over and let the right hand go.
Push, push, push. Push right away. Come on.
Now, Blinky, you were right. Both of these fighters, Cunningham and Green, have pretty much taken this 7th round off as we're at the end. Back with more from the Mirage in Las Vegas.
Hi, I'm Bob Vila, and I'm here to show you a great new hand tool from Sears. What you working on, Tim?
Well, I'm fixing this wheel, but these pliers make it really difficult. I mean, it takes 2 hands to adjust them, and even then it doesn't fit quite right, so I end up rounding off this nut.
Try RoboGrip instead of those slip joint pliers. With RoboGrip's unique design, you only need 1 hand to use them. Just a simple squeeze of the spring-loaded handle, and the jaws automatically adjust for a perfect fit. RoboGrip makes any job easier. It's perfect for snugging or loosening bolts and gets you into tighter places than ordinary pliers. RoboGrip even works on pipes. And you know you can trust the quality because it's a Craftsman tool, America's #1 name in tools. And remember, when you buy from Sears, your satisfaction is guaranteed or your money back.
For rush delivery, get your Sears charge or other credit card ready and call 1-800-215-3900. That's 1-800-215-3900. Or send check or money order to the address on your screen. Call 1-800-215-3900.
The way to not win in tennis is to think too much about your opponent. Because in tennis, you don't just play the opponent. You've got to play the ball. It's how you play the ball that determines whether your shot is in or out. Whether the point is won or lost. Play the ball better than your opponent, and you'll play winning tennis. Now, you can play the ball and win with this double offer from Tennis Magazine. You'll receive a free half-hour video by
production editor Vic Braden, plus a full year, 12 issues of Tennis Magazine. Call this number now and change the way you play tennis. What a combination. The How to Play Winning Tennis with Vic Braden video, plus the magazine that brings more instruction to more tennis players than any other. Call 800-752-2577 for a full year of Tennis Magazine, plus this free video, just $16.77. Call 800-752-2577 now.
Slow down a little bit.
A very calm and composed corner belonging to Ronnie Green. And across the way, they are still working that little mouse under the left eye of Peter Cunningham. Hear him, Blinky, talking about the jab.
Yeah, you know, they want Peter Cunningham to use that jab so that he can get the distance that he needs to be able to explode the right hand or even the left leg. There he is using the jab, throws the right hand, he's out of range, comes back with a left leg that doesn't make the mark. So I think what we have here is a situation, there you got Ronnie Green landing a left hook off the head of Sugarfoot Cunningham. But there's a whole factor here of distance, and many times within a fight plan or a fight game, Phil, distance is a very important ingredient that a lot of people don't even realize is a very vital part of them being able to land, you know, the arsenal that they want to come in here and do.
Now, both fighters took round 7 off for the most part, Blinky, as you predicted, and you just get the feeling that they want to turn up the fire just a little here in round 8.
Well, without question, Phil, you know, in golf vernacular, this is the back 9, and here's where they really want to come back on strong. Both fighters recognize that neither one has taken total command, and they want to impress them judges.
Too far.
Well, and to be fair, they've both hit a lot of greens, but nobody's been around the flagstick yet.
Hey, now. I'm trying to tell you, Phil.
Cunningham and Ronnie Green. Cunningham has the belt. Green would love to take it back to Manchester, England.
The side kick to the body of Ronnie Green, though. You know, the attack has gone to the body and the legs more so than the head, Phil, and that you have to give credit to both fighters for their elusiveness.
Side kick now. Get him off the side, baby. The side kick working on.
Green has increased his leg kicks here in round 8.
Following him, Petey. You're following him. There you go. That's it. Good jab, side kick. Now we can box it.
Right leg by Ronnie Green again, and then Sugarfoot Cunningham comes back with an inside leg kick.
30 seconds! 30 seconds!
Hear that corner of Peter Sugarfoot Cunningham yelling out 30 seconds. They really want him to turn up the heat and impress these judges, Phil.
Come on!
There's the right hand by Cunningham. Comes back with a left leg elbow. It's blocked by Ronnie Green.
There's the first uppercut attempted by either fighter, and Green misses here in the final seconds of round 8.
Right leg, but it's blocked by Ronnie Green. When you see him pick up that leg, he's blocking the leg kick that's coming.
Now, Blinky, we've got 8 in the books and 4 to go here as Green and Cunningham go to war for the WKA Light Welterweight Championship. Let's listen in to Cunningham's corner.
Working now. Breathe. You're still not setting the kicks with the jabs, but that's why you're still reaching.
Get the water.
They're telling him he's not setting up the kicks with his jab. See, they want him to use that jab to get his distance with Phil. You know, he's trying to just lunge with the right hand or just step up into a left round kick. And a lot of times that jab is what distracts the fighter. See, here he steps in with a left leg, and Ronnie Green just pulls out. What that jab does is it allows you to get the distance, and at the same time, you know, it how would I say, distracts your opponent when that jab's in his face.
Now,
the one thing you can say about Ronnie Green thus far, Blinky, is great balance, terrific composure when you're facing a world champion.
Oh, without question. You got to remember, Ronnie Green was also a world champion in his day, and it's still his day. He's #1 contender. He's fighting for the world championship again, so he comes in tough and experienced.
Well, one thing for sure, Ronnie Green has not been a heavy bag for Cunningham thus far in this fight. He has moved, he's gone in and out. He's fought a very good tactical fight.
Yes, he has, Phil, but at the same time, he's coming all the way from Manchester, England, to the United States to go home with the title, and it's hard to take the title home unless you can really pursue the champion and turn up that heat.
Oh, looks like Green might have taken a low blow there, and the referee, Dr. Hamilton, is going to give Green a chance here to shake it off. Well, all these fighters wear a very heavy cup under their trunks there, a very heavy leather belt, but I'll tell you, when you get stung with the kind of forces that are being delivered in World Championship fights, it still smarts.
Sure it does, without question. And, you know, technically, Ronnie Green can take as much as 5 minutes to recuperate if so needed.
Now you hear somebody at ringside yelling, hey, what an Academy Award performance, Ronnie. But I'll tell you, we saw it, and it was a low blow that landed.
There's Cunningham trying to get the distance now with the left leg. I've noticed Cunningham coming out to start every round. He's throwing either a left round kick or a left ball kick, and that also can help you get distance. Both fighters exchanging kicks.
We've seen side kicks, we've seen ball kicks, we've seen hooks and jabs thus far, Blinky, but neither fighter has shown us any spinning back fists or spinning back kicks thus far and through 8 rounds.
No, you're absolutely right, Phil. I guess that wasn't a part of their plan coming into this fight, but it's not over yet, and you just never know. I used to love to set up my spinning back kick off a left roundhouse kick because I'd get my distance and I could throw it, and I'd like to throw it to the body myself. You know, they say you kill the body, the head will fall. So we'll see what happens with these two warriors.
Well, in kickboxing, I would expand that to say if you go after the legs and are effective, the body and the head will fall.
There's no question about that, Phil. Timber.
10 seconds.
You hear the call? The final seconds of round 9 in Blinky for a fight that began has slowed in the last 3. Almost what would be described as feeling out rounds.
Yeah, Phil, I think both fighters, slowed the pace down. We're getting towards the last quarter of the actual fight, and I'm sure they're both going to pick up the pace because they need to finish with a bang and a boom.
Now both fighters look so fresh. You look at Ronnie Green. Doesn't look like he's been through 9 rounds against a world champion, does he?
No, it doesn't. So, that should say to us that they got a lot left, and they're going to have to come out and really demonstrate that in order to pull this fight off. I mean, Cunningham is the champion. He has been the aggressor. So without question, he does hold that edge, in my opinion, although it's unofficial. Cunningham attempts a left leg round kick, and Ronnie Green hits him with a stiff jab.
Well, through 9, my unofficial card, Blinky, I've got it 5-2-2. 5 for Cunningham, 2 for Green, and 2 even. This is round 10. Well, look how fresh both of these fighters look. Boy, a very quiet crowd here at the Mirage tonight, Blinky. You kind of get the feeling that they, too, sort of sitting back and taking more of a tactical approach to watching this bout.
Without question, Phil. One thing that I'm noticing also with these two fighters, with the leg kicks that they have taken, they still got a lot of life in them legs.
Boy, look at Pete Cunningham coming on here in round 10. Cunningham says, I don't mind being put on simmer for a couple of rounds, but I'm going to turn up the heat just a bit here in round 10.
Exactly, Phil, and that's what he's doing on Ronnie Green again, grabbing for the cup. But I'm not so sure that I've seen a low blow on this occasion, Phil. I sure would like to catch that on a replay, if possible.
Well, I didn't see it either, and we're right here. Now, Ronnie Green, as we had said at the outset, this is a fighter that has dodged nobody. He has wanted this fight against Peter Cunningham for the better part of 9 years.
Well, he's got him now, and if he wants that title, he's going to have to really pick up his pace, Phil. Good quick jab by Cunningham, but he's not used it nearly enough. His corners asked some time. There it is. Now he's starting to work it, but he's got to use it more, Phil.
Now, Ronnie Green, you talked about spacing back in round 7, Blinky. He has been way too far away from the champ the last 3 rounds.
You got 30 seconds, Petey.
There's no question. He's come in more on a defensive mold. And he's, like I said earlier, not to sound redundant, but Ronnie Green is going to have to really take the aggression. If he's going to want to go back, to England with the world light welterweight title.
Well, he's got to get in, Blinky, to where he can hit Cunningham. Look at the space right there.
Well, Phil, there's really been no inside fight game here. I mean, Cunningham is pursued, and you have Green that has lived on the outside. That's the end of round 10, Phil.
The power, the weapons, the people, the horror. What is it about war? Now you can explore the dark force that shaped the century we live in The Century of Warfare from Time-Life Video. Never before have you seen why wars are really fought. The men whose schemes lit the fuse of war. The fury, weapons even their creators could not control. Call now and see the battle of the century in Air War for just $4.99. Use your credit card and this additional video is yours absolutely free. Future videos will arrive at the regular price. Keep only those you want. Look into the dark face of war. It's a sight you won't soon forget.
To order your Century of Warfare Air War video, call 1-800-304-9966. Use your credit card to receive the Violent Century video free. Or send $4.99 plus $3.49 shipping to this address.
Has Saturday night lost its magic?
On the pursuit, the challenger Ronnie Green from Manchester, England, now seems like he wants to mix it up, and this is exactly what he's going to have to do, Phil, if he has any chance of taking that title back home to Manchester. Cunningham doubling up on that left hand as you hear the audience come to life a little.
A 12-round battle for the WKA Light Welterweight Championship. Now Blinky Rodriguez has been reduced to a 2-round sprint.
Both fighters trying to land heavy leather on the onset of this round. Attempted inside leg kick checked by the champion, Peter Sugarfoot Cunningham.
That's Cunningham on the right. He is leading this fight unofficially. I have him 5 rounds to 2 with 3 even.
Overhand right by Cunningham. That's his punch. He's just ain't been able to get the right distance to explode the shot off of Ronnie Green's chin. But you got to give credit to Ronnie Green. He's been elusive, but he has lived on the outside, Phil. He hasn't really had an inside game. There hasn't been no real body attack with the hands. And Ronnie Green has been very happy to stay out there on the outside.
Again, the overhand right by Sugarfoot does not land. Well, look at him. He's got that right hand cut. He's looking to unload it. Again, misfires.
Throws a right hand, comes back with a left leg to the head. Ronnie Green throws a jab and comes back with a right leg kick.
Well, if you're sitting in the corner of Ronnie Machine Gun Green, you've come all the way from Manchester, England. And you wonder now, Blinky, what is going to be said in his corner? It's a long way to come to leave here empty.
Well, Phil, there's no question in my mind that his corner is going to have to exhort him to step it up and just go for all the marbles right now. There's the right hand over the top by Cunningham. Green tries to counter with a hook and misses with a right-left. That right after that. There's that right leg low kick to the left thigh of the champion, Peter Sugarfoot Cunningham. And, you know, there's no question that both fighters have been able to land that technique to the legs. But the head has really gone unmarked on both fighters. They both look unscathed.
Well, you talked back in round 10 that this fight has really been fought on the outside, and I think really it's a tribute to the respect that Cunningham has for Green and vice versa. Nobody wanted to get tagged early.
Well, there's no question about that. You know, the first 6 rounds of this fight, you know, the pace was torrid. They were out there. They were really trying to explode on each other. And then from there, just trying to settle back until the 11th round where the champion tried to take charge, and the challenger, Ronnie Green, did begin to try to press himself.
Well, both fighters kind of took the evening off in rounds 7 and 8, and it's understandable if you're Ronnie Green because that ring move into the ring back before round 1 took about 5 minutes to a heavy disco beat. It has been a well-fought fight.
Come on, big work.
You know, and I think that was what was expected from many of the aficionados of kickboxing. The fact that I mentioned earlier that both fighter styles mirror each other, that it was going to be a tactical fight, and it was going to be that game of chess.
You're a little surprised we have not seen more leg kicks landed by Cunningham. You mentioned at the outset one of the keys for Peter Cunningham was to really get those legs moving.
Well, you know, Phil, Ronnie Green is very schooled with the low kicks. He knows how to defend against them. And, you know, when you start throwing them kicks and landing on the kneecaps, they really hurt. And what I mean by not directly landing, but, you know, they're called leg checks. When you pick the leg up, you're actually blocking. It would be the same as if you were blocking a punch, but you're blocking with your legs. There's a low kick by Ronnie Green that was blocked by the champion, Peter Sugarfoot Cunningham.
Well, unofficially, I have Cunningham winning this fight, rather lopsided. But Green has really not been hurt at all.
You know, I'm sure that the corner of Ronnie Green has exhorted him to go forward. He, you know, in the first time in the fight that I've actually seen him, you know, take some steps forward to the champion, and the champion fighting the defensive posture, moving back. There's that side kick by the champion. Defensive side kick.
Peter Sugarfoot Cunningham. I don't think there's any question. The judges will have an easy time scoring this one. And for Ronnie Green, out of Manchester, England, he'll be taking the ride, the long ride home, thinking what might have been had he stepped up and forced the attack. We're coming back with the decision in a moment.
When I started losing my hair, it bothered me so much I became obsessed with it. But after going to the Bosley Medical Group, the results I've gotten are fantastic. It's
that Ronnie Green really didn't step it up as far as being the aggressor in order to take that title back to Manchester, England. And I have to agree. You know, Ronnie Green lived on the outside the entire fight. The 11th round, he tried to stir it up and back up the champion. The 12th round, he even tried, but it was just a little, too late.
Well, there's the champion, and he doesn't look worried at all. And the 12th round, Blinky, I think was really kind of a microcosm of the entire 12-round fight.
Well, yeah, you know, both fighters, you know, were playing that chess game. A lot of shots to the head didn't really land, you know, sharply. But nevertheless, both fighters earned a lot of respect for each other tonight. And I'd have to go with you unofficially, of course, that Peter Sugarfoot Cunningham is going to retain that world championship.
Yeah, there's the machine gun. He certainly brought the case, but the gun never quite made it into the arena here at the Mirage tonight. Now let's go to Junior.
Gentlemen, after 12 rounds of kickboxing, we have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Dick Houck scores about 118-109. Fred Royer scores about 114-112. Howard Sidman scores about 118-108. All three in favor of the winner of the WKA World Light Welterweight Championship. And still Cunningham.